fear is if
I'm
you
saying all the agencies. I think in most of the districts there are many organizations.
yeah, but then what my fear is, if you can ensure that all the sectors are covered, because supposing the agencies are there, and there may not be one, okay, shelter is there, supposing wash is not there, or health is not there, one of the NGOs health is not there. The rest will do their own, and then the health will get left out. So either you ensure.
No, then that's where the need will come out from that group, that boss, we don't have a health person and we don't have a health agency. Send someone in.
Maybe just to understand why, because one, what could be the advantage of doing only the district assessment, not a sectoral assessment? Because one is coordination, which is definitely required at district level, because who is doing what, which block, is need to be coordinated and shared. But in terms of the sectoral assessment, it may not be that we are covering all districts which are affected, all villages and all districts. Right? It's basically looking at what is the damage and having a common understanding on damage, what is the need on different sectors, and then responding, at least whoever is working in this coordination, with a common approach. Otherwise, you do a district assessment in one district and the district might do a different assessment. And then in terms of looking at least some level of common response, that's my fear. So I'm saying coordination at district level is definitely yes.
Yeah.
But in terms of sectoral assessment, we need to look at how do we actually cutting across all districts, have a common understanding on damage and response.
As we are talking about the IAG at the district level, recently a team from the BS University for the Production of University, we had a team, the disaster assessment and need analysis team that had been to Dhemaji district of Assam, and there the IAG really cooperated and coordinated in providing the local support, because we were new to that area, we didn't have any base there, and they really helped us out in finding out who are the actual people we need to contact with the government officers, government authorities, and the type of area that we need to intervene, which is the most affected area, and all these things they really supported in giving us information. And using a team, we have conducted an assessment focused on livestock and livestock in that area. And based on the needs that have been identified, next week we'll be starting a response, which is not highlighted in this matrix. So in terms of providing certain feed and veterinary health camps, we have a plan. So I just thought, as this is a very important platform to share views, and several organizations have conducted assessment. And has there been any need related to livestock or animals that has been highlighted somewhere, so that we can think over it when we are planning our response program in the coming days? And we have a program of two-phased response. One is the short-term response, what we are planning immediately, and part of that we'll be conducting an in-depth assessment as well. So in that in-depth assessment, we'll be identifying long-term needs, which will be for a period of around 6 months or so, which we can see how the communities their resilience is built, and how the local capacities are ensured, and we create a system at place. So if there are any views or any information regarding livestock and animals, it will be really helpful for us.
In the URS format, there is a section which is supposed to look, and from there it should come into this, which is the gap we are talking about.
Assessment format
It is there. The livestock section is there. So what I'm saying, it is there in the URS, and if they went and they did and they got it in the base, the first where they collect the data. But bringing it from there to here is where the missing is happening. So you have to get through and ask them specifically to see what is. There is a whole section. The URS format is pretty comprehensive, which is all sectors.
Because we are new to this and we have just got into this system, and it will be good to understand this better, so that we can also have better information about what's happening to intervene in terms of livestock.
So one thing in if your assessment report have a mix of intervention and the requirement, like simultaneously side by side, right? If this is the requirement and what is being provided or intervention is being given, then this will give a more clear idea, okay, which is being left, which intervention to be given. But if separate assessment will be separate and intervention part is separate, then even becomes difficult. Such a analysis is an avoided.
So I think we have a lot of great questions. Is the right time to call IAG?
Yes, I was coordinating with them right now. So they are in the meeting. They said that in 5 minutes time you can call them.
Before calling, yes, I think what we need is a list of questions.
Yeah.
So are we suggesting what we are accepting is that the information that we have got on sectoral needs is not sufficient. That needs to be, and we are wanting to suggest that we build the capacity or we help them out on this by providing personnel and people, sectoral experts who can
Sectoral experts and district coordination skills.
So this is.
I would just like to go back. Have they used the URS format? My first question is that. What if they're not using
I
the
think they
URS
have
format?
used it to a particular level. They have not really, they must have done a very quick, very rapid assessment.
But that's
I think
all
they have
they
not.
showed.
I know, but they may not have filled all the sections. That is what I feel.
So maybe let's ask, did you use the URS format? Because if they have used the URS format, then the information
Should be there.
Should be there.
Or they can send it to you, you can help them share,
Yeah,
compile.
that is definitely our function that we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The formats comes filled and then the collection can happen.
So how do they respond to our suggestion?
Yeah.
And it's coming from all the agencies here that we need to do very quickly a proper sectoral assessment and where we are prepared to help. What sort of assistance do they require? Because we should also not undermine the IAG.
Absolutely. And it's supplementing their effort. Vijay, you want to say something?
Yeah, for this joint assessment, they had actually formed a team and they went with the URS format, but the problem that I think what they realized afterwards was not everybody was filling in all the columns. So the uniform information was not coming from all the districts. So I think even when ECHO was there and they shared what kind of information was required, IIT Assam did have a meeting as to the quality of information that they are getting today and how do they move forward with it and how can they do it better. So they have had some thinking. Now I think we could ask them as to what was decided in that meeting to get information, quality information from district level.
So why are they not filling in all? So one thing which comes to my mind is maybe if I am from the wash side, I'll make sure my wash section is well complete. I will not look at shelter or something that doesn't bother me. But that's not the idea. The URS format is to take everything. So I don't know why is it that they're leaving out something.
And the whole idea behind the IAG is to ensure that you have sectoral experts going together.
Yes.
So there should be no, ideally there should be no gaps.
I know.
And maybe once it is agreed, maybe it is agreed that we will get sectoral assessment team and what support we need from IIT in terms of which district will visit and local
It can be a
Ram, there, I mean, you want to then, you're setting up something parallelly to IAG.
No. I'm saying with IIT.
Yeah, we should, to the extent possible, we should try to work through them.
Yeah.
So we are there to help them. That's one suggestion from our side. Let's see how it is received.
Yeah, it is not necessarily that, even it's not a team who is going to come from outside. I think we will mobilize people from the IIT team, right? How we put maybe some sectoral experts with them,
With a
so
clearer
with them
mandate
and they move forward. The leadership is with the IIT only, but how we reinforce the existing team to take it ahead. That's one thing. And also with respect to district IIT, again, is the leadership is with the state IIT, but how we put more resources to the state IIT so that then a district coordination can be enabled. So I think this is the question.
Do they have district IITs?
Not district IIT, but district coordination can be enabled. Absolutely. These two. Any other question in case we have anybody else? We wanted to ask question regarding how they are coordinating with the government. That was another question which we discussed here.
Is there any coordination at the district level?
Is there any coordination at district level and how they are coordinating with the government?
So that is one way, but one question.
Using of
Whether they are already doing a sectoral assessment, and if so, when will the information be available? And if they are not, then would they like us to assist?
Would they like to do an equal sectoral?
Sorry?
Would they like to do a sectoral, then we can provide the support.
And if they don't want to do it, then probably as an individual organization we will have to do it. Maybe as sphere we will have to do it. Because we cannot also let that become an impediment. Right.
So I think it's ready to call. So
Just one more thing to add, if sphere is going to do an assessment, maybe you should also talk to NDMA and get their thing so that then you can do it together. Sphere and the government of Assam goes in together and do it. I've been talking about this with NDMA and they're quite open to this idea.
Yeah, in fact, during the learning event also, Mr. Nan Kumar committed for that. He has been discussing with us about the logistic challenges and some advocacy is happening on that now. So we will not like to make it a sphere going and doing the assessment. With the IAG leading the assessment, and we bring NDMA and everybody together.
The government will do it. So we're also building the capacity of the government.
You can call.
We call from that phone, that is speaker phone, we can listen. We will call to manually only.